advise you have information, Foxtrot.
Here, keep talking.
Test. There we go.
Yep. I got you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm better now.
Can you hear this fine?
Yeah. Foxtrot.
Visibility 10.
3005.
39er, dew point 12, altimeter 3005. Visual approach.
Is that right?
Runway 18.
3005. Yep. Hear the winds?
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, 180 gusting 18. So that's pretty hefty.
Grand Prix Tower information, Foxtrot, time 2050 Zulu, runway 18, use wind 110 at 8, gusting 18, visibility 10.
Grand Prairie Ground 8825 Alpha at Aviator with Foxtrot, ready for taxi VFR southbound.
8825 Alpha, Grand Prairie Ground, good afternoon, runway 18, taxi go.
18 via Alpha, 8825 Alpha.
Nice.
Sweet.
Alright, going a little quick here. What can you do?
Brakes and power.
Good job. Lightly tap the brakes here. A little gentle on them, like I'm pressing on them just slightly right now. See how we're slowing down? Just a little bit of brake pressure goes a long way. Now we can adjust the heading indicator. This thing is still jacked up. That ain't right. Honestly, we're on about a 2, whatever that heading indicator's saying. I don't really know about that. We'll see if it gets a little better in the air.
Grand Prairie Tower 8825 Alpha, holding short of 18, ready for takeoff.
8825 Alpha, Grand Prairie Tower, runway 18, for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff, 8825 Alpha. Alright.
Always read back the runway number too. You don't have to do it again, but read back the runway number. Alright, put that checklist down now, and we'll take off.
We're going for 55 knots here.
Yeah, that's when you begin to gently pull back.
Gently pull back, full hand on the yoke, get on center line, heels on the floor, and then I push this all the way in.
Have slowly apply power.
Slowly.
Well, not slowly, but not like, don't jam it in, you know?
Yeah, gradually.
Yeah, we'll have to check this brake after. We'll squawk it. It's kind of spongy. It's not very responsive.
A little bit.
We'll take note of that.
And it's a 180 wind, right?
Yep, 180 at 10 knots, 8 knots gusting 10 knots. All right, heels to the floor, full power.
Grand Prairie Tower, system 98684, south of JUL to work with information. Foxtrot requesting full stop. 98684, Grand Prairie Tower.
All right, Rudder.
0420, report over the dam for left downwind. Report for the dam over left downwind. Could you repeat the flash?
Slowly rotate.
0420.
Right, Rudder.
Now pitch for best glide. Pitch for VY.
84.
Alright.
Alright, turn to a heading of west, standard rate.
Heading of west, 270.
Watch your climb here. Look outside, see where your nose is relative to the horizon. Good. Go ahead and turn back to south, standard rate. Get on a south heading, set up for slow flight. Okay, set up for slow flight, heading 3,500.
So I need to take the power out to 1500.
Carb first.
Carb first.
Maintain altitude, you're descending. Don't touch the power.
Oh, okay.
Maintain altitude. You don't use power for altitude until you're in slow flight.
Okay.
Flaps at 10 now. Now dump the flaps. And now just maintain 55 knots. Add power now, because now you're going to start sinking. So pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Now watch your airspeed. Maintain 55 knots.
Okay.
Add a little more power, because we don't want to start sinking. There you go. And now we're right. This is a good airspeed right here. 55 knots is right there.
Yep.
So maintain airspeed, maintain altitude. Just use power as needed. Maintain heading as well. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. So you were a little fast and you were high, so you just need to take out a little power. All right, now you're correcting. Then pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. To climb, you're going to need a little more power. Now we're in the green arc, so we can push this forward.
Trying to climb.
Yep, barely climbing now. You're climbing. You're getting up there. So once you level off, you're going to have to take out some power.
And the car beat?
Yep. Well, if you go under 2,000, then yeah. Okay, so now we're slow, so pitch down for airspeed. When we're leveled off, we don't use much power. Keep it right about 2100 RPMs. You should be able to maintain. This is good right here. Okay, so now standard rate turn to the west. Watch that bank, not that much bank. You only need about 10 to 12 degrees of bank. Lessen up, loosen your hand, bro. You're clinching that thing.
It's really hard to turn.
Just gentle. You don't need much. It's just right here. You're at a standard rate. All right, you're maintaining power, maintaining airspeed and altitude pretty good.
Okay.
Go ahead and go to the right and set up for a standard rate turn to the right. Power on stall. Power off stall.
Which heading?
To the right, north.
Okay, north. Okay, so we're going pitching down for 65. Once I hit 65, I power to idle.
Yep. And 3000 is your hard deck. That's where the runway is. You can't go below that altitude.
Okay, here we go.
So power back to about 1800 for a descent.
65, and take the power out at 65.
Yep. Watch your heading. That nose up. Keep it coming up. Little left rudder. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
One hand.
Up. Keep it up. Not that much. Keep it up. There it is. All right, you got to be a little quicker. Now carb heat in.
Okay.
Now we're climbing out. All right, and then flaps come up all the way. Good job on the carb heat. Yeah, I've heard this plane's kind of weird on stalls. Gentle on the bank. Gentle bank, bro. We're still climbing.
Yeah, I just see a lot of earth. I think my seat's too high.
You are pretty high up there. Like your head's way up there.
Yeah.
You can adjust that if you want. It'll come down pretty easy. If you want to do that, you can go do that right now.
Your controls.
Oh, I got him.
Lower, baby, lower.
You got to keep bringing the nose up to stay level, or we're never gonna get to 55 knots.
Yep.
We're using right rudder to maintain heading because we're pitched up, so we need a little right rudder. About to be at 55. How you feel?
I'm good.
All right, there's 55 right there. Carb heat all the way in. So now we're pitching up to induce the stall. You gotta have that right rudder in, or you're gonna be uncoordinated in the stall. Almost there. Almost there. There it is. Nose it over. Gain up airspeed. Don't shove it down on the ground, just enough to gain airspeed. Then you're climbing back out. We'll go ahead and turn to the north-south.
The dot is steep turn.
Okay, so I got us up to 4200. You can go ahead and maintain a south heading, and go ahead and set up for a power on stall.
Okay, south heading.
Your controls.
My controls.
Just pull the power to 15. Now we're just maintaining altitude. Don't pitch down, just maintain altitude. There we are. We're going to go power in, carb heat all the way in, and now we're climbing up. Got to have rudder, or we're not going to be configured. We're not going to be coordinated. I mean, gentle on the rudders.
Okay.
So we just need more right rudder. The slower we get, the more right rudder we need. Stall's coming. The controls back. A little more right rudder. A little more right rudder. There it is. Now we're pitching down. Gain up airspeed. Now we're climbing away from the ground. Alright, so we're going to level off here, 4,500. Alright, roll out on north. We're going to do steep turns here. So give it about 2,200 RPMs. 45 degrees of bank here. There's west, you're 3/4 through the turn. Alright, so you're maintaining altitude okay. You got back to altitude. Watch out now. Roll out on north. When you roll out, you got to adjust that or you're going to balloon up.
Okay.
How you feel?
I'm okay, I think.
You think?
I think.
There's not a bag in here, so You're out of luck today. I forgot to grab one.
I feel like I have to vomit. Right rudder.
Yep, keep it coming in. 45 degrees of bank. You're going to have to pull back on the controls when you get into it, or you're going to start to descend. So look at that. I'm going to use a little trim for you here. You're descending a little bit. You lose a lot of lift in a steep turn. That's why you got to add that trim in to help you keep it. There you go. This looks pretty good. This one's a lot better.
Okay.
Look outside a little bit. You'll see a lot of earth. That means you're descending, so you need to pull up a little. Roll out on north. Now don't balloon up here. There you go. Good. Great.
Okay.
All right. I think that one's pretty good. You're pretty good at that one.
Yeah, it felt better.
Okay, your engine is filled. Your controls.
My controls.
What's the first thing you need to do?
Airspeed 70.
Well, let's get to it.
So I need to pitch up.
Yep, and use trim to help you set that airspeed. Okay, now what?
Then we go 65 with 10 flaps.
You aviate, navigate. Find a place to land. Preferably into the south wind.
One of these fields.
Yeah, pick one. One without hay.
Field of Dreams.
We're dying here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, is this heaven?
No.
Just this yellow one.
Okay, good. Now let's set up to get on basically a final for that. So let's do a left turn here. We're already over a good spot, so let's just circle around it.
Go the distance.
Yes.
So let's do a couple circles around it. You're talking about that one right there?
Yeah.
All right, that one's a good field, so good job on that, but run the checklist now. Aviate, navigate, checklist.
So we check the magnetos.
Yeah, so what you want to do here is check the mixture, check the throttle, check the carb heat, check the fuel pump. Maybe you need to prime the fuel a little bit, get a different magneto, do something different. We just want to do something differently than we were doing before. You can see you have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to crash. You just need to do things to change your situation.
Yeah.
Airspeed. So we're running checklists. We're trying to get this freaking engine back. But it might not come back. So now we've yeah, watch that airspeed. Yep, so now we're going to declare an emergency. So 7,700.
Boop, 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 boop.
And then get on 121.5. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Skyhawk 8825 Alpha. 25 miles southwest of Grand Prairie. 2 souls on board. Engine failure going down.
So we just
Turn out this way now.
left.
Because you don't even know where your field's at right now.
I know it's behind me.
All right, where's your field?
Right there.
All right, so we're still pretty high. So let's do one more spiral. So keep this spiral coming in. I'm going to go ahead and put in 10 degrees of flaps. That's kind of going to help your descent. So we're going to keep coming in for a descent here. This honestly would be perfect. So you feel like we've made it now? You feel like we're going to make the field, so we're going to dump the flaps. That's going to increase our drag. This is looking pretty solid. We would definitely live.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So we're going to go ahead and get out. You can go basically do a go around. So full power.
Okay, with traffic, Cessna 2
Carb
Bravo
heat in.
Tango over Valley View at 5,200 feet.
Now flaps from 30 to 20.
Right rudder.
Cessna 834 Mike is 2 miles west of Pilot Point.
Watch your airspeed.
500 VAI.
Flaps from 20 to 10. Watch your airspeed. Flaps from 20 to 10. What you just did is a go around.
Yeah.
And now flaps all the way up. Yeah, they're all a little different, but they're pretty much the same. They're all 172s.
Yeah. But the indicators are all in different.
Yeah, definitely. The avionics is all different.
Contact, you have information Golf.
Golf.
Information Golf, time 21500, wind 100 at 10 gust 25, sky condition better than 5,005.
Okay, we're not going to do landing practice.
Temperature 29 at dew point 13, altimeter 3005. Visual approaching use, landing departing runway 8.
Yeah, 2.5 Gus. Is that what he said?
That's some wind shear.
Yeah, no thanks.
10 gusting 25. That's bad wind shear.
That sucks.
Not super fun to land in.
Grand Prairie Tower 8825 Alpha, south tip of Joe Pool with Golf, inbound full stop.
8825 Alpha, Grand Prairie Tower, and left down with runway 18 squawk 0424.
0424 squawk, inbound 18. Left down, left midfield.
You asking him or you telling him?
I was trying to remember what he said.
No, no, sir.
Nose up?
Pitch power trim.
I did. I got down to 18.
Pitching up for level flight, and we're cruising now, 2,300 RPMs.
Add power.
And then carb heat. Does it make sense while I keep telling you to not add trim before you add power? Because you can't adjust your trim at that low power setting, because when you have that trim in for a higher power setting, then you're going to balloon up because you have a lot more nose.
I forgot to go back to cruise power.
I got you. I see what you're saying there. Because right there you didn't know you were supposed to level it off and cruise power. Yeah. Just think about it. We got to maintain this altitude till we hit the midfield left downwind. So tower told you to call out for midfield left downwind.
Grand Prairie Tower 8825 Alpha, midfield left downwind.
225 Alpha, runway 18 clear to land.
18 clear to land, 8825 Alpha.
Watch your altitude. We have a pretty big downwind right here because the wind is really, really... Now we're in the wide arc, so we'll go flaps to 20. Want to be about a 500 foot per minute descent. And now we're on base. This is the base leg. We're adjusting for a little bit of wind, pushing us to the north. So that's why we have this little crab in. Want to really focus on airspeed on final.
We're about 70 knots.
Yeah, so we're going to slowly bank into final here. No more than 30 degrees of bank.
Looks like a little crosswind, but not too bad.
That's a little bit. Kind of coming from 160,
yeah.
Looks like. Airspeed's good. We're right at 70. We kind of want to be at 65 on short final. So we have a little left aileron, little right rudder. Not that much crosswind. So we're right on airspeed here. Pointing it down at the numbers.
Ground effect.
Now we're just keeping the nose off the ground.
Aerodynamic braking.
Yep. Gently on the brakes. Don't want to slam them. See how I'm doing that? Just a soft braking.
And what's the radio call here?
He's going to tell us to get off at Delta. I'm a little left of it. Swing it in so we can kind of get right on the center. And we're just going dead straight.
I think you're improving. I think that was a good flight.
Thank you. Yeah, slow flight. I need another.
Yeah, you need another go at that one.
Another go at slow flight.
Put it all in there. I'm going to take this up there so I can get you build.